Welcome back to LS House, guys. It's Dyno Day. Hopefully we have no dramas and we can lay some fat numbers down. But we're here at M1 Tuning on the Gold Coast. Got the legend himself helping us out, getting some runs done. Hopefully we don't have to do too much tweaking. If anything, maybe some more fuel and maybe some more boost. Maybe.
Hopefully.
See how we go. This should be fun. No dramas would be nice. We'll see how we go.
So we were originally, as you know, we said last week in the video we were going to put my ute on the dyno last week. We ended up doing so, but we had nothing but dramas. Turns out we were maxing out the airflow meter. It just wasn't, it was reading the numbers, reading above 10,000 hertz, but just wasn't adding any fuel after that. It was pretty much just turning the injectors off. So we managed to get a pull done in 4th gear. I think we were around the 4,000 RPM, and once we touched 15 pound, but most of the time anything after 13 pound it'll just cut out and go mega lean. So we did end up getting filming done because we were trying to figure that out. We weren't sure at the time what it was, so we were sitting there trying to work it out. Didn't end up getting any footage for you guys. We managed to get up to 390 on 13 pound, so it's not too bad, but not the numbers we were chasing. So we're hoping to just sort something out. I'm not too sure what we want to do. As you know, we're trying to do budget builds here, so we don't want to just go all out and put an aftermarket ECU in it. We want to try and get around the problem first, and then if we can, push it a little bit further and see how we go. It's weird, pardon me, it's weird because on the street it doesn't do it. I think we've managed to probably touch it a couple of times, a handful of times, but we're not really doing big 4th gear pulls. But even on the dyno it's doing it in 3rd gear, where we can't replicate that on the street at all. Never had it happen. So it still runs 21, 22 PSI on the street. On the dyno, I guess it's just too much load and it's breathing a lot more air for that load. So we're having nothing but dramas there. But we've got Jake's car here today and we'll be doing some runs on this. Hopefully this doesn't play up on the dyno. This thing's mint on the street, as you know. Never had an issue with this thing, where we've always had enough fuel, always had enough everything. So hopefully maybe it's just a manual thing. But Jake's already sitting on 25 pound, so we'll be doing a run on that, see if we can get a full pull in and go from there. Like, yeah, well, full pull considering mine was only just hitting 4,000 RPM or just over, and 13 pounds of boost, and it made 390. So if we could rev them to 6 to where we've got the limiters set and make all the boosts, we should be able to make some good numbers.
Hopefully. Exactly what he said.
So yeah, we'll get back to you when the red VY turbo, Jake's red VY turbo is on the dyno.
Good old AKA daily rig.
Yeah. third.
Way too rich.
What's the boost in?
Like 18, 19 or something like that. What do you want to do? I need one.
Good? Oh, what? Worse? Yeah, because the turbo cooled down. The turbo's cold.
Feeling the gate was already closed.
The what?
The gate was already closed. It doesn't open anymore, that's what I've been telling you. Really make any more. Hey guys, so we forgot to film an outro for the Dyno vid as we had a few dramas.
Jake got a bit frustrated.
Just a little. Bloody Dynos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got there, managed to get a couple of decent pulls in, but we were having slight boost issues, just little ones, little amounts of boost. After we left the dyno, we realised that we had leaky gaskets in the crossover, so we're losing a bit of exhaust pressure there, and obviously boost as a result.
Yeah, it made it a bit laggy. It was weird because we didn't really notice it on the way to the dyno or anything like that. even the days prior to it, it was acting fairly okay. So as you'll see in the video, I explain a little bit more about what happened with Silver Sam, and what went on there. So obviously after that, we sort of done a check over, and everything seemed fine with Jake's car, but I know the old dyno strikes again, I guess.
Yes.
If you're gonna have any troubles, if your car has any issues whatsoever, you'll find the dyno will always bring them out.
Yes, it definitely pointed out that I had mucho exhaust leaks and a very unhappy gearbox.
Yeah.
But it still managed to get the pulls in. As Silver Sam had math issues, so we didn't even get to get a full pull done on Silver Sam.
Yeah, so we explained in the video on what went on there, but this is obviously after that. So we obviously went back and had a look, and we completely redone his tune from scratch.
Turned out that it wasn't just math cutting it; the math was actually dead.
Yeah, it died.
Completely dead. Put a new one in, and it changed the game completely. I realised we had to retune it pretty much from scratch.
Yeah, so it just showed how far out it was reading at the time. Obviously, we've got wideband, so we know our air fuels were good. But like we were saying in previous videos, we were running out of like power enrichment and stuff like that, and every now and again, it would go lean right up the top. But so we'd chuck extra fuel in through the ECU, of course, and we thought it would be good. So obviously, it was playing up every now and again, because then we'd go take it out for another run and it was fine. So we just didn't know what to expect. So we went over everything. Obviously after that, we redone all that. Then we went and done, that was on the Friday, we went and done Jake's car on the Monday morning. He had taken it out, he redone his tune too. Over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, doing some pulls on it, making sure everything was good, touching up everything. Worked out good. He didn't have a complaint when he come in Monday morning. We went to the dyno. Everything was acting normal.
Yeah, it seemed to be running perfectly fine on the street.
Yeah.
Put dyno was.
Yeah. Put it on the dyno, and as you see in the video, it made pulls, was laggy, crap like that. It was just being a pain in the ass. And the max we saw out of it was 18 pound, wasn't it?
Yeah, 18, maybe just 19, right as it was about to crack limiter.
Yeah, but because obviously it was only at 18, 19, we had the power enrichment there for 25 PSI. So when it was getting up to the top, you'll see it when it's ramping up, it starts falling back over. And as soon as it starts falling back over, Benny gets out of it, because obviously there's no point pushing it.
If it's not making more power.
Yeah, what's the point? So he was getting out of it and then saying what we wanted to do. So we asked him, obviously we didn't know that it had issues at the time, so we asked him to ramp it in a bit harder with the dyno brakes, obviously, and it ramped in a little bit earlier, but it just wasn't acting right. Blew a cooler pipe, got that back on. I think we done another 2 pulls after that, much to muchness, it was all the same. Kept making 18 pound, just over, like it was 18 pound, maybe 19 at the end, but it just didn't have the air there, or the boost for the power enrichment.
So it was just very, very rich.
So we had to call it there on a max of 333.
333.7 and bulk load of torque.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but
it
did diesel things.
Yeah. It made awesome torque and crap horsepower. So we did expect that the transmission was gonna eat horsepower. How much we didn't know. So that size turbo on 18 pounds should have still made more than that for sure, considering Silver Sam made more than that on lower boost.
And half a pull.
And half the pull, because it had nothing but issues too. So that was our week. It's not why we haven't been around, but we've just been trying to sort out work and juggle work and our cars, trying to get everything back on track. Because we just kept thrashing them really, and then not doing any maintenance on them. So we've done a bit of maintenance on them.
It turned out 3 days later that my math died as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I guess it's our own fault. Silver Sam done. Oh, sorry, Dodgy Dan with everything that's in Silver Sam was in Dodgy Dan. Had done the Friday Night Live, big burnout, lots of popping, probably lean backfiring. It was mostly bridge, but everything was wacky that night. So that probably didn't help the airflow meter. As to, we are stupid, so don't take our advice for it, but we do it at our own risk. We don't run air filters on our cars. We just straight out the front. I know a lot of people don't have trouble with them. We've never really had trouble with them. We have a wrecking yard, so we don't really care about the airflow meters.
And we removed the screen from the airflow meter, so it literally had no protection whatsoever. Yeah. Anything the turbo ate, shot it at the airflow meter. Sorry.
Yeah, but that we cop that on the chin. That's fine. It is what it is at the end of the day. But so yeah, Jake's died. We replaced that. We ended up pulling the crossover pipe off, replacing the gaskets.
Doing the flanges, we went to better brakes and faced the flanges because they were a bit banana. Kind of looked like my number 4 rod from the last motor.
Yeah, so we had to reface them and use the linisher. Sorted that out. Did we do anything to the wastegate? No, we didn't. No, not yet.
Pretty much left it all there.
So sorry for a lot of talking, guys, but we just want to get all of this sort of straight. You probably won't watch it all, but at least it's all out there and you know. There's still a bit more to come. So we've done all that. Got it going again like it normally does. Was running mint. Silver Sam running mint again. But we've had a lot of inboxes and questions about both the GT45 turbo that we run and smaller turbos such as like the eBay GT3582 or like 3582R, whatever you want to call them. They're roughly all the same. And we do run a 3582 on the Patrol, and I've done a few other cars in the past with them, but I've never done them myself, like had them on my own cars or one of our cars. They've all been customers' cars and stuff like that. So I know they are a reliable turbo or whatever, but I can't go giving people information I don't know myself. I haven't driven those cars a handful of times enough to know what they're going to act like. People ask questions like, when would you see boost and when would you do this? It all depends on setups and stuff like that. So
a lot of variances go into play.
But we've had a lot of questions about it. So we sat down, had a talk, and we thought, we've not had nothing but dramas, but we've been having dramas. I was over doing the car having to do great wheel speed. I'll put it that way. That's the nicest way to the wheel speed had to be up there and the RPM had to be up there to get the power that we wanted and the boost from those turbos. They work fine. It's on BJ's car as a drift car, or ute I should say, and that is obviously always seeing heat, so there's no dramas there whatsoever. It's always on boost. On a street car, you're not really flogging them everywhere, so you're not getting a lot of heat into the turbo, which in that size turbo you sort of need heat. So they do work perfectly. We haven't had a drama in that sense, but we were just, with the inboxes and everything that was going on, we thought it's about time we switch it up.
Do a bit of R&D.
So in the next video, you'll see us switching turbos. We'll go into that. We go into that in that video, I'm pretty sure, so we won't worry about that sort of stuff right now. We switch up to a different turbo so we can give people another baseline, because some people don't want to run big power, big boost, because obviously we want to push these things to the limit. So, and the turbo that we got, we should be well capable of pushing to the limit.
I'll give you a little hint, it's not exactly smaller than a GT45.
Yeah,
We'll leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that.
You've watched the next video to find out.
Yeah, it's good little setup. So we've already done that. You'll see we're yet to upload more videos about them. But yeah, we just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on everything that's going on. Sorry to blab your ear off, but it is what it is. We just want to explain what's going on. And we hope you enjoyed the little dyno runs, even though it was pretty much just an epic fail. And keep your eyes peeled for the next video where we install the new spoolie buoys, the next items to be put to the test by the LS house, because that's what we'll be doing. And I don't think there's anything else we need to get done.
No, I think that's it.
Everything's done.
Pretty much touched base on most of our woes we've had over the last week and a half.
Yeah, that's all it is. You win some, you lose some. There's no point crying about it. There's no point making excuses and lying about it. That's not what we're here for. We tell you straight up, we haven't had it. We had dramas. I'm not going to make excuses for the numbers. As
I might.
Jake will. His transmission. It was this. It was that. It was that.
My diff was broken.
Yeah. Oh, I get that one. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, they're just numbers. We honestly only done it to give people a sort of an idea of what's going on. Didn't help that we had troubles when we tried to do that. I don't care for numbers. Jake probably does. Nah.
Only between us two.
Yeah, between us. But numbers are just a thing. What the car drives like on the street is the important part, or on the track. Depends what you want to do with it.
As long as I can hand out some chops.
Yeah.
I don't care what the sheet says.
Yeah, they're just for Facebook, pretty much. That's all they're there for. They're a tuning tool, not a bloody trophy.
We pretty much just use them to know if we can push further or if we should maybe wait till we do some internal work.
Yeah. Or we push them and then go, we should probably dyno this just to make sure, like, because obviously the only reason we say that is you probably think that's weird, but we have heard through the grapevine of what these motors are capable of. So if we're pushing beyond that, we sort of need to know, because these are our daily drivers. We do have other cars, but we like these ones.
We still break them.
Yeah.
Daily.
Yeah. Yeah, they're forever on the hoist getting work done. Alright, anyway, that's enough friggin' blabbing.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll keep you updated. We're going to try and upload videos again, start getting back into the rhythm. We sort of stuffed up for a bit there, but
yeah, we got a bit lazy. But yeah, guys, so yeah, keep an eye out for the next vid, and in the meantime, just remember, keep it straight.